Hi everyone, welcome to another session with us. We are trusting that you're well during these very hard times. I hope you're keeping safe. So today is going to be very interesting as usual, but we're going to start another series rather. So today we're going to discuss about parental guidance and how it affects our financial and career choices as youth. So today I'm blessed to have a very great panel. So I am going to ask them to introduce themselves, starting from my far right.
So hi guys, I am glad to be here. My name is Rachel Kinya. I'm a psychologist and I'm happy to be with you here.
Hi everyone, my name is Javet Samson. I'm an all-round artist and brand ambassador at Rescos Gardens.
Hello, my name is Peter. I'm an accountant by profession and a businessman in real life.
Okay, so as you can see, I have a heavy panel that are really watu wa nguvu rather. So without any further ado, so allow me to start. So in regard to the financial and career choices, I'm going to start with Kiki. So Kiki, what do you think that, or rather, how do our parents actually affect our financial and career choices?
To begin with that, our parents and how they nurture us plays a very vital role in who we become in the future. And today, since we're focusing on finances and careers, one thing I've noticed even from personal experience is that how the kind of advice I get from my parents in this field kind of builds the kind of structure I will get and the time that I will take to build that structure. For example, if me and you have the same, tumemaliza high school the same time, ama tumemaliza campus the same time, and then my parents uses his network and I get an internship, buys me a car, pays my rent. You on the other hand, your parent is like, sasa ni hustle, jiamulie peke yako, the pace you'll take. Do you know the amount of time you'll take to build that network is not the same time I will take to build my network?
Very true.
So I feel in a way, parents need to be able to support us. It might not be necessarily at a big car or nini. Even the little thing they'll give you, akwambie shika fare, enda utafute kazi, shika pesa ya lunch, leo, the small things actually matter.
Basically, ako ka support.
Ako ka support, it really matters. And I don't know if you guys, Kwanza Mutuma has said he does business in the real world. I believe he can tell us more on that.
Yeah, it's true because personally I have friends that tulimaliza shule na wao, but you can't compare them with me, either negatively or positively. Because if you finish school and then ununuliwe gari, sina gari. That doesn't mean I won't buy a car, okay? Yes. Don't get it wrong.
Yes.
We will get there, but sasa tutapanga line. He will be in front of me, I'll be behind him.
Uyo mwenye amenunuliwa.
Yes, yes. So when the parent supports, uko mbele ya line.
Yes.
Yes, si yote tuko kwa line. So, but there is someone always ahead.
Okay, Javi, so what's your take on that?
I think I'll just back up whatever they've said. There's that little push that parents need to give their kids. Inaweza kuwa as small as just a prayer because there's nothing you can really give. Inaweza kuwa some token, kakitu tu kiasi. It can be a connection. Maybe you have a business friend. You na connect mtoto wako na yeye. But I think the major thing that apart from hizo vitu ndogo ndogo, I think pia we need to be an example. And in terms of sasa maybe stories za manage finance, ndio. An example is in your house, maybe you are the mom, you are the dad, kuna watu wako single parented, wengine wako na parents wao wote wawili. But apart from ile kumwambia shika hii do fanya hivi, be the example. You can give them a scenario, maybe your past story ya venye uli have to maneuver some whatever hardships in life, ukakuja ku make it. And sometimes as much as unampa hiyo do ya support, but give it as a challenge. Kuna zile challenges wazazi ufanya na toi, anamwambia mtoi, I'll give you this 1,000 shillings on Friday. I'll ask you nini umefanya na hiyo 1,000 shillings. Accountability. So unapata mtoto amepewa do na mzazi, akona the whole time, all the world ya kwenda kujispoil, but because it's like a challenge, it's a tactical way of kudeal na mentality ama psychology ya mtoto in terms of when it comes to financial management. Unapata mtoto anaanza, oh okay, so as much as niko na hizi options zote za kuchezea hii do, but dad ama mama anataka at the end of Friday ni account for this money. So unapata mtoto ana grow na anapata that kind of teaching subconsciously, but inakuwa stored somewhere in his mind na understand hizi vitu. So I think parents come through in a very major way when it comes to hizi vitu zote za, finances na career choices. Yeah.
So maybe I can agree with all of you, because first of all, our parents are usually the first school we go to, because they're the ones who teach us everything from kutembea, story ya vile tutavaa, although kuna wengine tunafikanga katikati tuna find our way, but basically that's the first school where we actually are able to learn so many things. So basically from what I have gathered from all of you is that whatever our parents show us ni kama ile first step ya kusonga. Then tukiendelea na life, kuna vile we will learn so many things on our way, right? So I wanted to add something, or rather ni compliment story yenye Kiki amesema that the parents who will give you money wakuambie na story ya connections, of which we all know connections in Kenya is very paramount. Very paramount. So in terms of that, unajua ninaweza kuwa nimekupea connections, because I will give an example from a friend that I know. The parents have connections, pesa iko, yeye alimaliza shule, hakuwa anataka story ya university. We are different. Rather kuna parents wenye lazima muende shule, you get your career and you're able to move on the way you said. But now ninaweza kuwa nimekupea hiyo pesa and everything, but I feel like the same way that Javi has said, atakupea hiyo 1,000, but I feel that hata akikupea kuna hiyo masomo anafaa kukupea. Because unaweza nipea hiyo pesa, but mimi sijui vile nitafanya. Maybe alikutana, hata kama unaniambia ni find my way, ninaweza kutana na watu wabaya na I find a way to just squander that money. Maybe in my mind I didn't want to squander that money, but I end up squandering it because sina hizo classes zenye ninafaa kufanya hivi. So I feel that as much as parents wanaweza tupea everything, for the ones who can be able to give, we thank God for them. Watupe hiyo masomo ya do this.
Yes.
Then on your way unajua tena haufai kusukumwa kila kitu, hata wewe unafaa kujitafutia. You find more knowledge. Hata wewe unaweza pata kitu mwambie, by the way dad, mom, kulienda hivi. I'm able to, kama the autonomy classes that are going on. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. Wewe mwenyewe unaweza mwambie, by the way dad, you give me this money, but before I used it, I decided let me go for this autonomy classes. I'm able to know how to actually handle hii pesa vizuri na nisiipoteze, Yes. So I think education, as much as that support is there, is very paramount. Yeah.
And to add to that, have you ever noticed, like I don't know if most of you noticed this, when you're in high school, ulikuwa unapewa pesa, pocket money, na unaambiwa hiyo pesa ifike mpaka lini? Midterm.
Na sina ingine.
Na usinipigie nini? Simu.
Wow.
So that taught you to be what? Accountable.
Yes.
Exactly.
And as you've said, be the model as a parent. Teach them through the small things. Usingoje ati amalize campus anaanzisha biashara ndo unampea capital, unamwambia accountability. Atajua wapi?
Yeah, true.
Hajakuwa akiona from scratch. So let it start from hata sahi. 5-year-old umpatie 10 bob, umwambie umenunua nini na nini. Pole pole. And I think this pushes us down to now financial analysis, whereby your parents teaches you where to invest that money. Like anakufunza, okay, you can tithe. Okay, you can invest. Haya, you can save. So you see there are different avenues and places you can distribute your salary umepata, place umeenda ukavolunteer ukapata pocket change. Don't just squander it on going out or buying clothes. There was a time, even me personally, pale kwa financial literacy Hey, unapata pesa, you want to look good. Unapata pesa, kuna kitu isioni kwa hii nyumba. Unaona, nataka slay. But now that's when you're realizing, yeah, unaweza nunua shamba. Unaweza buy stock. And you know they make it seem like it's a big thing, like you can't start early. But have been challenged, and I don't know what you guys have to say on this.
Brother,
okay, when it comes to analysis, my parents did it in a very nice way, because this is a very short story, 30 seconds. When I was in high school, I did business. I was the so-called president, but I used to sell breads like on a daily basis. So at the end of the time, you have 10,000 shillings.
What?
But I didn't know how to spend. So I'd go buy shoes, buy my sister makeups and all that, buy my dad a nice suit, and then go home. So when I got to Form 4, I realized I should be having like 50,000, but I don't have money. So that is where I realized analyzing is good, because I could see my dad doing something and I'm not doing anything. How? But I'm buying him gifts. So I learned analysis is good. So he could tell me how much do you have when I'm going home. So namwambia niko na 10,000. Anambia spend 2,000, give me 8,000. And I'd do that.
Where was this 8,000 going?
8,000. At the end of the Form 4, he gave me the money. Yes, that's the money I started with business.
So Mutuma, you want to tell me, as early as when you were in high school, ulikuwa umepewa
business oriented.
Ulikuwa umepewa hiyo knowledge.
My dad saw the potential in business, and he tried to make me understand.
Nurture it, right?
Yes, yes. But naturally, at home we do business. So it's either
iko kwa damu ya familia.
It's like venye unasikianga, unaambiwa you have to do medicine because your dad did medicine. So because my church was a businessman, they think I should be a businessman. And also luckily I thought I should be a businessman. So I did business. So thinking in a business manner brought this guy.
So I have a very personal question. Do you like what you do?
A lot. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay. So you might be wondering why I asked him that. The reason why I asked him that is because kuna vile unaweza pewa the guidance with your parent and unafanya because you want to please your parent. But there's something that you guys have to learn is kama whatever you're doing hauipendi, you will be frustrated all your life. And I'm not telling you guys not to fuata maagizo ya wazazi. Please do not get me wrong. But there's a part where Kiki said story at structure. Your parent is guiding you to a certain way. Utafika a certain path that usikie, by the way nimefika point, I'm not comfortable with this. If you're able to sit down with your parent and tell dad and mom, dad mimi nimo na hivi, niko comfortable na hii, this one I am not comfortable. Please do not usinyamaze useme sijui mom daddy, sit with them. And we are hoping that maybe our parents can just give us that listening ear if we actually decide to tell them niko comfortable na hii. I am not trying to undermine what you're telling me, but I'm just not comfortable with this, you know. So tafuta your platform uambie dad na mom niko comfortable na hii. And for our parents, tunaona kama vile Mutuma mzazi aliona potential as early as high school. You are lucky, very very lucky. You see, for that parent, he actually nurtured the kid. Na saizi unaona anaenda na mutaratara mzuri. So rather, I feel that communication with your parent about what you really want is actually very paramount. So
let me ask, there might be this person whose parent is maybe anataka afanye white collar job. Mpeleka school of law, school of business, acha tuseme school of medicine.
Those are most
unajua hiyo pesa si kidogo, si ndio? Alafu mwambie dad, I want to be an influencer, makeup influencer. Niambie kama hautafukuzwa kwa hiyo nyumba.
Ulisikia wapi? Ulisikia wapi?
So you see, unaona, so like how picture yourself in that situation. How do you help yourself? How do we advise this person? Because it's either akanwe, afukuzwe kwa hiyo nyumba, and this is something new. You discover this is your passion, even music.
Exactly.
You don't know things. Your parent doesn't want to guide you. Be patient. Hawezi sema ati enda tafuta sponsors. Aanze hata ajui music inawaka. You've told your parent, I feel like my heart is driving me towards this thing.
Okay.
So, as that person,
me, I'm thinking the root of all this history yote tunaongelea, there are 3 keywords nafaa tuongelee.
Okay.
Word number 1 is force. Word number 2 is communication. Word number 3, understanding. Force. I'll take you back to history. When the Europeans or the Arabs came to Africa, ama hizo countries zingine, during colonialism, walikam na ile story, we want to force you guys under our whatever rules ama regulations ama our governance. Unacheki? So when they came and forced people, unapata, like for us in Kenya, we resisted. There are countries in Western Africa sort of collaborated because kulikuwa na stories za assimilation. Assimilation ni ile, you guys, we are coming in peace, we just want to teach you stories zetu za France, for example, the French when they were ruling West Africa and all that. So these guys kuna venye wali bond, waliingiliana because they came to communication, they didn't use force, and they understood. We will give you education, we will provide you with this and that, but nyinyi tunataka we take you as our overseas province. Unacheki? So let me bring you back to present day. You see, as a parent, avoid hizo vitu tatu: force, advocate for communication and understanding. Because when you force your child, ni story of frustration. So mtoto atakuwa anafanya vitu but under pressure, under fear. Now there are so many stories out there. Unapata mtoto alienda kafanya maybe degree ya law, degree ya medicine, and when she ama he came out, unapata anaenda kupeana degree, mwingine anaenda kujiua, mwingine anapatiana degree, then he goes back ama she goes back to do the other cause yenye alitaka na moyo. There's wastage of time, wastage of resources, just because you used force. You didn't want to communicate with your kid, you didn't want to understand the area yenye kid ako oriented to. Unacheki? Let me give you an example. My father, I love my father so much, Reverend Joshua Mwavita. When I was young, when we were young, all of us were 3 kids. I'm an artist today, an all-round artist. Nafanya music, acting, directing, naweza fanya radio, nafanya kila kitu mimi. And it's because my dad see that potential, and as much as yeye anafanya vitu vingi, mambo za biashara, he's a lawyer, vitu kama hizo, hakutusema nataka mfanye art, hakusema nataka mfanye ye kuna times alikuwa on Saturdays anatupeleka kwa ofisi yake. Tunaona hizo mafile, hizo days before computer zilikam mafile, hizo mabuku no, and alikuwa anatushika mkono, tunaenda naye theater, tunawatch hizo concerts ama plays kwa theater. Like alikuwa na embrace hizo vitu zote. Alikuwa anatupeleka kwa all these things around us, and subtly chini ya maji in our subconscious kwa na kambegu kamemea that we have all these options, so it's up to us to choose ni wapi tutaenda. So automatically tukajipata we are so much in peace, and we had all these options. Maybe it's a buffet, maybe mimi nitakula chicken. That's why I chose, nilianza kuchoose drama, nikaanza kuact. Then later nikaanza kuona, naweza kuimba, I can direct, I can write scripts. And hakuna conflict between mimi and my dad ama my mom. So my mom has been there to pray for me, my dad has been there kuniambia that deal is good, enda usign your contract to go and act, ama that deal is bad. Ako there just to guide me, but not to tell me achana na hiyo. They have never done that. So I think don't use force, communicate, so that when that form of understanding, then all this mazia tutakuwa na this kind of conflict. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so with what Javi has said, I think we can all agree that whatever he said actually as in a hold weight nyingi sana na amesummarize vitu mob. But all in all is whatever you actually decide to do right now, just know that as much as sisi tumeguidiwa na parents wetu, they are guiding us according to vile wao the parenthood they pitiad. So as much as we are talking about all this, tukumbuke that unajua hata sisi tutakuwa na watu wetu someday.
True.
So we should also understand that times are changing.
True.
And we are really hoping that our parents can actually understand that times are changing. So I think tumefika point yenye hatuwezi sema tutaanza kuchange career nini. Wacha nipeane example ya mimi. This will get very personal. Dad, if you listen to this,
shoot your shots.
When I wanted to enter into campus, I didn't want to do actuarial science. But my father told me that I wanted to do international relations because mimi ni mtu wa kutoka. But with my father, nikisema pia in a line a story of potential, we can argue. Kama nitasema argue, we can argue with points at home with my dad. So dad used to say, you should go and do law. And at the same time tukifanya law ananiambia wewe ukinidanganya unakaa kama una act. So I'm like okay, sawa. So mzazi anafikiria wewe unafaa kuanguka story ya law na story ya acting, but you know our parents do not support the creative industry rather. Yes. So with him unaona wewe ilikuwa business. Tutaelewa our parents are African. So wamezoea stories za white collar jobs. Huwezi niambia. You see the way umekuwa artist. You're blessed to have a parent who actually decided if that is what you want, I will support you fully. But for me, I've had a parent who, and I do not judge him, I appreciate him so much, but aliniketisha chini akaniambia mama kuko hivi. I am not against you doing everything you want to do, but I'm only telling you, just study this for now. Ukimaliza hiyo itakuwa nitasemaje, it's backup that kuna time itafika. You know times can be hard. You see the way at least you've been established. I may want to go into the acting industry. Kama saizi Kenya, I would love to go into the acting industry. But sasa unajua hizo steps sikuchukua, or rather I wasn't given that exposure, because again exposure is very important. Yes. So wacha nikuwe nayo kama backup. Ikifika time I will need it. Ninaweza kuwa nikifanya hivyo, maybe even if I want to start a biashara, unajua pesa yenye nitapata nikiona salary itanisaidia. So it's more of do not kasirikia what you have been told. But again, if you know what you want to do straight up, the way he was saying, tell your parent. Maybe others won't support, others won't nini, wataitikia wengine watakata. Or maybe you can go to your uncles or aunts. What I'm saying is just go, try. You know, try and look for what you want. I was listening to another podcast in Etwa, it's related, I promise. It was talking about how you can change your passion to a paycheck. That's why I asked him, do you like what you do?
Do you love it?
Because lazima ikuwe kitu unapenda, because trust me, if you like whatever you are doing, pesa itakuja. Unaelewana, pesa itakuja. So do not be afraid to speak what you want. Sawa sawa?
And follow your passion.
Yes. That is what I'm basically saying. So maybe Mutuma can give us a parting shot and tell us, yeye anasikiaje story.
Story kopoa. But and you're right, and in business it's all about money. But tuambiane tu kweli, it's always about money. Yeah?
True.
True, yeah?
We want money.
When you have money, you have more problems, but at least you're able to handle them in a much better way. Sindio?
Yeah.
So to end this, I think I can appreciate our parents.
Yes.
At least I can speak fluent English, yeah?
Yeah,
not everyone can dress the way you're dressed today. Not everyone can take that shave. Sindio, bro? Not everyone can get that hair plaited. At the end of the day, your parent is...
They have done something.
Your skeleton. He or she is your skeleton. And appreciate her. Now, kama unaona there is a problem, just correct her in a good way. Yeah? Him or her. And your life will be easier, you know. She's the only commandment with a promise. He or she. Because you obey her, you live long. You don't, you're dead.
Yeah.
So you want to die?
No. None of us live and
Exactly.
No one wants death.
Exactly.
So thank you so much.
Mi pia niki sign out.
Your parting shot.
My parting shot. Ameongea stories. It's the only promise with the only commandment with a promise.
Yes.
You see, si ati ku live long ati you live long life. Okay, that also implies, but ni story ya prosperity pia. Si ati unaweza kuwa na project ikufe, ndio story ya but kama umesikizana poa na wazazi, whatever you are doing pia ina make it, unacheki. So ningependa tuta elaborate zaidi that verse. It's a wide verse, you can preach with it for like 6 months. Tutaongelea zaidi next time, si ndio? But my parting shot ni that at the end of the day lazima tukumbuke wazazi wetu, sometimes they have dreams about us. Like my mom sangina na Nicole anambia, I dreamt there was a God wanted to kill you. It's a weird kind of story. But sometimes wananiambia kesho unaenda wapi, usiende, because I sense and I feel and God has shown me there's something. So sometimes si kila kitu wazazi wanasema tuwachukulie kwa ubaya, like my bro has said. Let's get into their shoes. They are our earthly kind of gods. Na Mungu amapatia that responsibility ya wao ku take care of us, because they'll be judged harshly. Parents, teachers, lawyers, tumeambiwa they'll be judged harshly. So whatever they do, sometimes with your sound mind, take your time, ucheki mzazi ameniambia hivi kwa sababu gani. Isikuwe kila time ati kudismiss. Unacheki, we've listened to a lot of motivational speakers, we watch a lot of celebrities, whatever they have to say, but it's about you, your God and your parent. Take care, my brother, take care, my sister.
So in addition to that, from what we've gathered, I believe that for those who get support from parents, please tap into it.
Yes.
Do not, kwa sababu sasa, you are one of the examples we have. So if you get that support, tap into it, exhaust into it. Ukipata hiyo connection, itumie. For those who don't have, you can build your own. For those who don't have parents who support your careers, don't worry, you got this. And I'm sure you can be able to anchor yourself. And with that, I have concluded my points.
Okay, thank you everyone. At home, we really hope that umegrasp kitu na tumesema vitu mob, so ubebe home vizuri na usisahau. Ukisikia umesahau tu rudi YouTube. Please remember to actually like, subscribe, comment. We are free. Your opinions tutazisikiza. We can even hold a session where we'll discuss every single feedback that you give us. So until next time, thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye-bye.